Rule 2. Responsibility. What if I told you that the safety of every ship, every sailor, and indeed every piece of cargo crossing our vast oceans hinges on one crucial principle? Responsibility? That's right. The concept of responsibility is absolutely central to maritime navigation, and it's codified in the international regulations for preventing collisions at sea or COLREGs under Rule 2, Responsibility. Diving right into it, Rule 2 is broken down into two distinct but interconnected sections. The first part, known as Clause A, is quite clear. It states that nothing within these rules will absolve a vessel or its owner, master, or crew from the fallout of any neglect to adhere to these rules. It also covers the neglect of any precautionary measures that would be required by the typical practice of seamen or by the unique circumstances of the case. What does that mean in plain language? Basically, it's saying that playing by the rules is non-negotiable. If any member of the crew, or indeed the entire crew, fails to comply with the rules or neglects to take necessary precautions, there will be consequences. No excuses, no exceptions. Moving on to Clause B, it demands that in interpreting and complying with these rules, every consideration should be given to all dangers of navigation and collision, as well as any special circumstances. This includes acknowledging the limitations of the vessels involved, which may necessitate a deviation from these rules to avoid immediate danger. Simply put, Clause B urges us to think on our feet. It acknowledges that every voyage is different and that dangers can arise unexpectedly. When they do, it might be necessary to bend the rules to prevent a disaster. But remember, this is only in situations of immediate danger. So to recap, Rule 2 of the COLREGs places responsibility squarely on the shoulders of every individual involved in maritime navigation. It demands strict adherence to the rules and doesn't accept neglect or negligence as an excuse. At the same time, it recognizes that the sea is a dynamic and unpredictable environment, and sometimes it's necessary to adapt to the circumstances to ensure safety. In essence, Rule 2 underscores the significance of responsibility in maritime safety. It reminds us that every journey across the sea is a collective effort, one that requires adherence to the rules, vigilance, and the ability to adapt when circumstances demand it. The sea may be vast and unpredictable, but with responsibility as our compass, we can navigate any challenge it throws our way. The Marine Learners.